Joining us here from Turner Sports, fresh off of his honorary captaincy this weekend, is Chris Webber. How are you, C-Web?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing, Rich?
How was the weekend? How was it?
Oh man, it was incredible. It was incredible, man. I don't know if I had the words. Just humbling. Just appreciate Coach Harbaugh so much for one letting me come speak to the team and talk to those young guys, and in some way, get to see the Revenge tour, and, up close. And I got to do that by watching them practice, and I was just impressed with how disciplined each individual was. I was impressed with just how each player, just how focused their practice was. I literally knew, leaving the practice, that they were gonna destroy them because they remembered last year's loss. And so it was incredible. I got to talk with Coach Brown, and speaking with him was just, really, he gives you chills up and down your spine. He makes you want to go play football and be a defensive player. So it was cool, man. I'm just really thankful to Coach Harbaugh for inviting me to be around the fellas, and then being out there with my father to flip the coin was just a cool moment. So it's something that it's really no words for it. It was just cool, man.
What'd you tell the team, Chris?
It was about them. It's about them, and the lessons that you learn in college are the things that you're gonna have to go through your whole life. So might as well get used to them now, because a couple of weeks ago they wanted coach fired and they wanted all of you out, and you couldn't play as a quarterback, and defense wasn't good, and all this stuff. They hated you, and now that they like us, we're gonna go out there and lay an egg, right? Like, we look good now. The girls like us. Let's curfew. People are on the bandwagon. Let's just do something stupid, right? And no, because people are gonna jump off the bandwagon even when you win. It's about the consistency of effort in life. Things you do when no one sees you. The fact that you can use this all as a motivation, but it don't mean nothing unless you get your final goal, and that you can look yourself in the mirror and say you did all you could do. And they already were ahead of it. I didn't say anything to inspire them. They inspired me because because of the way that they prepared and how that they bounced back and didn't listen to everything or see anything out in the periphery. They keep their blinders on and just keep focused. And that's all we talked about, just life. People jump on and off the bandwagon, stay the same person, and keep giving the same effort. That's about it.
Well, one of the things that Harbaugh told me too, Chris, is that you got an ovation on par with that of Tom Brady. I'm wondering how that felt for you to be on the campus of Ann Arbor and feeling that from Michigan fans and faithful, Chris.
Well, I went to the arena to a stadium with some people that had never been there, and they've been to some pretty Big Ten arenas, Big Ten stadiums. And so, first of all, just imagine the normality of being in front of 100,000 people. Like, I've never, besides being in that stadium, seen 100,000 people before. So just imagine that, and first of all, and then to be in the middle of that, and then to be shown love in the middle of that is, I don't know how to quantify it, or it's surreal. That's all I can say. And so it was a great feeling. But using the word "great" to me just doesn't do it justice. I'm really been looking for the words or a phrase that really can sum it up. But just if you could just imagine being in front of that many people. Number one, you're awestruck by their presence and see your blue, amazing blue, and then, to be shown love is just incredible.
But just seeing you in Michigan gear. I'm not taking my host and show hat off now. Just speaking on behalf of Michigan Wolverines, Chris. Seeing you in the Michigan gear, seeing you accepting love. Okay, it's not just receiving it; it's accepting it from you. It meant a lot to me. I'm wondering what it meant to you, and how you feel about the university and the athletic program right now as you and I are chatting.
Well, it's always meant a lot to me because I've always accepted love from the fans. And there's no way I cannot represent Michigan because I am Michigan. Just like the 15th man in the basketball team is Michigan. Just like the student in the English department is Michigan. So it's been a complicated relationship, but for anyone who's gone to Michigan, it's more than being an employee at the University of Michigan or saying that you're saying something else and you didn't go there. It's just the difference. So walking around Michigan all these years, being in Michigan all these years, it's been awesome my whole life. Like, it's nothing that I've ever wanted to shy away from. It's nothing I've never not wanted to be a part of. So this is not on me not accepting love. So coming back and being a part of it was just awesome, man. I mean, I hope that this isn't coming across any other way than being grateful and humble. It is really, and even overwhelming that's not even a good enough word. It was an awesome moment. And just to, I went on a visit in Michigan, I think 1989 or 88, and I got to see, the greatest football games ever, from Rocket Eastman running back, Deion Sanders making interceptions. This is all on official visits. And so, when you're recruited to Michigan, you're recruited by the football squad first, because you go there during the fall day, you see how big the campus is,
right.
You can make a game that next day. And so it just brought back so many of those, memories of, I knew Bo Schembechler very well, and from before to the end of the timeout. So when people talk about Bo, it's cool, but he was a friend. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm to know, Coach Harbaugh invited me back, or to see the picture of, like, Greg Skrepnik in the hallways, or
nice.
Anthony Carter, and then to see, the video, or to come out in the tunnel to see the band. I hope, I'm not trying to be cool with it, because this situation is really between, I think me and God, and I'm very appreciative of him allowing me to be in this situation. But it was just a totally awesome moment. I'm sorry to any fans that ever felt like I wasn't accepting the love, and hopefully one day, we can explain it and move on. But it's never been that way. If anything, I think when people took an honest look at it, it might have been different. And so this was a wonderful moment, and I'm appreciative. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anything can get much better than that, man. Being in that place, seeing that game, seeing the win. And I'd already talked to you about being nervous, just think about this. After they lost the Notre Dame game is when I decided what game I'd go to.
Mm-hmm.
People were down on the team. They said the team wasn't good. They were talking about this and that. And I picked the Penn State game because I was like, if we win that, if we get to this game undefeated, we winning it. That's exactly what I said. And the people I was talking to was like, I don't know. You think it's a good thing? If they go 3-4, you can get, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Again, took a risk on it. Yeah. For real.
Right.
And so I'm just happy to be part of it, to see this revenge tour in person, and for the team to accept me, because this is the thing too, Richard, and maybe this is, I told the guys it's all about them this weekend. And now I can really talk about it because I did have a good time, but I just wanted to make sure during the weekend it was about them, and in no way try to overshadow what they're doing or to be a distraction, not to be at practice too long, not to be on the field too long, because I was them. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still an athlete, and I know you can inspire me and then get the hell out the way so we can get to business. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, that was my goal, man. But I'm thankful, and the love I received from the fans is nothing that's better than that, because that's who I played for, that's who I did it for, that's who won with us, that's who cheered with us, that's who cried with us when we lost. And so that moment of going through the tailgates, being there with the fans, walking through the campus, playing beer pong with a couple students, it was, I mean, I was a freshman, I was a sophomore all over again, because during those years, I was at the football games, I was running around, I was playing beer pong with the students, so I was reliving those moments. I had a great time.
That's awesome. Chris, before I let you go, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about the news over the weekend that leaked out to Woj of ESPN that Magic sat down with Luke Walton and admonished him. Since then, Magic has said that they did, in fact, chat, that Luke heard him, but everything's all good. He's going to be the coach of this team for the season. What do you think about this news, and whether it's warranted, the chat, and what the Lakers' start is based, again, in light of you saying prior to the season you didn't think they'd be making the playoffs?
Yeah, well, first of all, I think Magic is the man, and so whatever he wants, whether it was in his career and after the first year winning championship, and then Pat Riley coming in, or other things, he's someone that I trust his basketball acumen, and whether he believes in Luke or not, unfortunately, I'm not there. And so I would trust him blindly on what he sees. And I'm sure that the players, though they don't have an input in the office, I'm sure that their body language or the way they practice and respond, things that maybe we don't see, I'm sure has a large role in that. But again, I think they have to make a trade before I think they have to make a trade before the playoffs. I saw a statistic today, something crazy where they're plus or minus with and without LeBron, and I don't think that's, of course, it's not based on him, but again, it may be based upon the type of talent, that you put around, and you put some guys around Tom Brady. No disrespect to the Lakers, but put some guys around Tom Brady that can't catch, you probably won't be that good. You know what I'm saying? So I think that you need shooters around him and to open the paint up. And so, yeah, I'm still, I saw them get beat down last night, but it didn't surprise me at all. And if you really think about it, I know this is going to sound crazy, but on a team where LeBron is the MVP, if it was not for JaVale McGee, of course LeBron is the MVP of the team, the best player, blah, blah, blah. But if it wasn't for JaVale McGee on defense and blocking shots, where would they be? And so I think that you got to address that before you see maybe he doesn't have the stamina to finish, or maybe an injury or something else to that point. These young kids are good. They're going to be good players. They're going to have really long careers, but you're talking about a timing in a window of 4 years. And so if I was LA, I would not make a trade. I would wait and just kill the summer. But I don't know if the expectations that's been built up or the fanery that's been built up by everyone that's fans of the Lakers, including those in the media that want the Lakers to go so they can just report there or go to the finals there or just want the NBA to be back in that way. I just think that all those things, really distort the truth of the Lakers, maybe not having the talent. It depends on some teams like San Antonio. It depends on some teams like Portland and others to see what they can do. But I still think they're going to have to make a trade. But again, I wouldn't. And that's kind of my kind of opinion on the Lakers.
You don't think so you're not looking at this team, Chris Webber, and saying this is a poorly coached team through the first 9 games?
I don't think they have the talent. I think they've scored inside the paint. I just don't think they have talent. I don't know why he was good enough, to coach the team in the beginning and not now, except the fact that once Magic comes in, you do have the right to have your vision. And that has nothing to do with necessarily how well or how poorly he's done. It's more about implementing the vision. I don't think, even if he were to get fired, I don't think it would be, I know how it would be perceived as his fault, of course. But I don't think within the basketball society, or I don't think Magic would be directly saying this is your fault. He might just be saying, I have a different vision of the team or how I want the team to be communicated to or a vision. And so I think he has the right to do that because ultimately, Magic did the greatest thing by going to get one of the greatest free agents of all time in getting LeBron. And then, they have some business they need to attend to. So they have a plan, and I would trust that over anyone else's.
Well, Chris, thanks for the call. Great honorary captaincy, Chris. I got to be honest with you. You nailed it. Certainly, you nailed it.
When they called tails and it came heads, and I was like, wait, who called tails? Who called heads? I was like, okay, first pressure off. Then we scored a touchdown. Okay, second pressure off. So I was walking around there nervous, man. But, hey, man, it was no feeling like it, man. It's no feeling like it. It's a memory of a lifetime. I can't express how thankful I am to the fans. How thankful I am to the coach. How thankful I am to everyone, man. So it meant so much.
So we'll see you back in Ann Arbor soon?
Oh, yeah. It's over now. I'm a make sure that definitely be some more football games. And again, I think and I hope that this is the first of a long relationship, because that's what it has to be about, a relationship, not just about about a handshake. And that's why it was really cool that a friend and an ex-alum and an alum of Michigan and an athlete there hopefully helped to start to build that bridge. And I'm humble, I'm grateful, and I'm just looking forward to many more great opportunities like that, man. Hopefully it's the start of the beginning. Okay,
Chris, that's great to hear, man. I'm fired up. Well done.
Me too, baby. Me too. And we got to run through the tape with the rest of their schedule. I know they don't think we can beat Alabama, but, that's why they
Chris, there's Ohio State, for crying out loud. Come on.
I know, and I'm not speaking before, but see, that's what, now I'm, now I can speak for that. They got to stay focused. I'm a fan. I don't got to stay focused, so I'm already there. They're going to do it, though. They're going to stay focused.
All right, C-Web, take care. Congrats again on a great weekend. Again, Harbaugh said you were first class. You spoke to everybody. You shook every hand. You took every picture. He said you had a blast, and it was great having you around the team.
Well, Coach Harbaugh's the man. So you, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Go
right
Blue,
back
man.
at you. You same. Go Blue right there. For Chris Webber just signed off. Go Blue. That just happened.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.